Hey guys, and welcome to my review of the Oculus Rift S VR headset. This is my first gaming related video, I believe, on this channel, so if you do like it, leave a comment, subscribe, and let me know what you think. It's from the usual car videos. It's obviously still a car video, but in the gaming sense. So we're going to be playing Assetto Corsa today. Actually, I'll go to the pits again and change my turbo. And yeah, so what I did before was I borrowed a friend's HTC Vive, the original one, and I was instantly hooked, pretty much. I was thinking of doing some VR, and I borrowed his Vive, and after only about 5 minutes, I was like, yep, that was for me. I didn't want to spend all this money on a headset to feel motion sickness, so I thought I'd give it a go first with a friend's one, because I can't watch 3D movies. So I've tried watching 3D movies in the past, and I do get motion sickness from it, which I thought I would get from VR, but apparently not. So I could play for, well, I've played about 2-3 hour sessions, and I don't seem to get any sickness. I have tried playing Pavlov VR, which is a shooting game which you have to stand up and move around. I do get a little bit of motion sickness after the first time I did about 15 minutes, and then now can play about almost an hour. But then I do start to feel a bit sick, just because of the motion. Like you're moving in the game, but you're not moving in real life. Car games, I don't seem to get any sickness at all. I can play as long as I want, and so long as I do get tired. So basically, with this headset, the tracking is awesome. Coming from the Vive, obviously, with remote trackers, which is a real pain also to set up, which is why I didn't really want to get the Vive Pro or like anything with, like I said, the Steam VR headset. Off the top of my head, I can't remember what it's called, but the Steam one also has outside trackers. This one is inside out, so the tracking is on your eyeballs. I thought it might be a bit bad, but it's actually really good. So sorry, I can't actually hear myself speak, so it's a bit weird. I thought the inside out tracking would be quite a shit, but after a lot of YouTube reviews, apparently it's supposed to be good, and turns out it's awesome. No different from the Vive. If anything, it's a little bit better, because I found when I was sitting at my computer seat, the Vive would be it wouldn't be in the tracking. Probably my fault, because I didn't have the sensors set up properly, but it didn't pick up my head all the time, so it'd be a bit glitchy and sort of simulate bad frame rate when the frame rate was okay. But yeah, no such problem with this thing. So far, I haven't had any problems at all, and it's a great headset. Now, I'm using the NVIDIA control panel to screen record this. I did try the Xbox one, which is the Windows one. It looks horrible. The frame rate's horrible, and the quality that comes out of this NVIDIA one is actually pretty much the same quality that you see in the headset. The only difference being that everything is 3D. So everything you see in the headset is 3D. So I don't know, it's kind of hard to explain until you actually use one. But if you see the gauges, for example, right here, the gauges that are, recessed into the housing, where if you see on the computer, it's kind of all flat. Same with the chair, I don't know. It's really hard to explain until you actually view it. But that is one of the big things about viewing it on a YouTube video compared to in real life. So I mean, just the aircon unit, for example, this little dial wheel is all 3D and it looks amazing. But the quality itself is exactly the same. Now, I was originally running a GTX 1070. The 1080 Ti seems much better. The 1070, even in Assetto Corsa, I was getting a little bit of low frame rate spots, mostly when I was racing with multiple people, not so much by myself, but I did have a 1070, and 1080 Ti is definitely the way to go. So I think if you're going to get into VR, I wouldn't cheap out with a graphics card. I'd go straight to a 1080 Ti minimum. Look, I mean, you can start with a 1070, but I really do feel that 1080 Ti is what you want, or higher, to get that good experience, because you don't want low frame rate. It makes you feel sick. So one of the most beneficial things, especially with drifting, with VR, is usually when you're drifting on a monitor, unless you set up head turn in the settings, which inherently is quite bad because you're not necessarily always steering the way you're turning, you can never really see where you're going. So a lot of times when you're drifting, for example, you're looking at this window, you're looking at this window, you're looking at even at the back, especially when you're tandeming. And with a monitor, you can never see. You're always looking forward, and you sort of got to drift on a certain track for a long time until you can actually drift it quite well. With VR, I mean, obviously, if you've been subscribed to me for a while, you know I drift in real life. It's exactly like real life. You know, you can pick it up so much quicker because you can actually go into a corner and sort of know where the apex of the corner is, but also see through the corner, which is one of the things you don't get with a monitor. And I think it's just, if you're going to do drifting or any sort of sim racing, I think if you've got an awesome graphics card, go VR. For $650 Australian, which is what the Oculus Rift is off the website, I don't think you can really beat it.